Greetings, Ranger fans. I'm Bryan Montgomery, joined today by head coach Brandon Hickman. The Rangers now 3-0 in district play after a huge win over Skyline last Friday here at Post-Hill Stadium. Coach, that was really one of those games that early on in the schedule when this new district was announced, that was seen as one of the contests that would ultimately determine who the district champion was, and the Rangers responded in resounding fashion, starting it off early. Billy Daly, 98-yard block PAT return, and then John Wonderlich picking up the most rushing yards for the team since 2013. So much to talk about. Let's start with that offense. What were your thoughts on how the Rangers were able to put so many points up on that board?
I think it started up front. Our offensive line, I thought, played really well. We were physical. They were huge up front. They had a couple of really good defensive linemen that we knew we had to get blocked. And, so I think it started with the O-line, clearing open the holes. And John started finding some creases, and he was able to cut back a play that we like to run a lot and finding that cutback lane and then making plays in the secondary. Once he got to the second level, he was tough to stop. So that was part of it. And then, like I said, both backs played really well. Evan Jackson blocked really well. Had a good job all night blocking, and our receivers were getting outfield making blocks, and Polish was making the throws and pulling it here and there when he had the chance to pull when the defensive ends were crashing and getting some big yards out of it.
And then on the defensive end, 3 turnovers forced against the Raiders, really setting the tone early on and picking up a couple of big stops in the second half before the team really took over in the third.
Oh, yeah, we knew we had to stop number one. He was a dynamic player. He is a dynamic player and really quick, and we knew we had to pursue to him. So that was something as a staff we preached all week. We've got to get to the football. We've got to pursue. I thought the kids did a great job all night corralling him, keeping him under wraps. He had a couple big plays on us, but we knew that was going to happen. And I thought on the defensive line up front, we were able to penetrate and do some big things, control the line of scrimmage, and Billy Daly having an interception, and also with the scoop and score you were talking about earlier, I thought that kind of shifted the momentum of the game. Jack Metz was the guy that blocked the extra point, and Billy scooped it and took it 98 yards. I thought that was a big spark for us.
And then now, before we get into the matchup against J.J. Pearce this upcoming Friday, the game will be senior night. We're going to be honoring all those members of the Blue and Gold that are participating in their final season here at Jesuit. Talk about the impact that group has made this year.
That's a special senior class. We've got 32 seniors, and all those guys have put in a ton of time and effort into this season. And through the summer, off season, just a fun group to be around. A bunch of really good guys. They're mature for their age. I think they understand what's ahead of us. And we've got J.J. Pearce Friday night. We need to move on past Skyline and focus in on J.J. Pearce, and it'd be nice to honor the seniors Friday night. And I'm hoping we get a great crowd this Friday.
And absolutely looking at that matchup against the Mustangs. They're looking to try to get themselves asserted here in the district after a couple of rough contests, and they look like they have some definite explosiveness on both sides of the ball. Talk about that matchup and what it's going to take for the Rangers to remain unbeaten in district play.
We go back to control the line of scrimmage. That's something we have to be able to do. Their offensive line has good size. They're big kids, so we're going to have to control the line of scrimmage, try to keep the running back in check. And then offensive line, we're going to have to, dominate up front and be able to clear some open holes for our running backs and just control the line of scrimmage, make a big play when we need the big play to happen, and try to create some turnovers and take care of the football. And I like where we're at offensively, defensively, and on special teams. I feel like we're playing at a really high level, and we're wanting to keep that momentum going into Friday.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck to you on Friday. The Rangers taking on the J.J. Pearce Mustangs right here at Post-Hill Stadium, 7:30 kickoff. Be sure to get here early for senior night. And as always, keep it locked into JesuitRangers.org for all of your up-to-date Rangers info.